Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a message from Spirit for the sign of all signs, actually, for the time when the sun is in Leo. So we're currently in Leo season, a few days in, and I've been getting some pretty wicked spirit nudges to do a message for you guys. So it's for all signs. It's a general message. Take what you feel resonates for you on a soul level. Disregard the rest, my friends. Go about your day. But know that no matter what messages do come through, it's still up to you and how you integrate this knowledge, how you integrate this reading today, the choices you make and the steps you take in your world to get your fulfillment. And for me, that's personal power and freedom. So I'm just going to take a moment to call in Spirit, to call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and any other angels that would like to assist in this today. I'm going to ask them to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, and to use me as the clearest channel possible to deliver only messages that are for the highest good of those of us watching. So I'm going to start off today first off with a postcard from Spirit, and this is a pretty cool little oracle, just like channeled messages by Colette Baron Reed from what Spirit would have us know. So a little spiritual advice to start off this message today, please, for anyone watching, for the time when the sun is in Leo, please. What messages do you have, Spirit? Thank you. So one that's flipped out here, you can see it's got this beautiful hummingbird on the back. For some of you, this hummingbird may be a really important spirit animal for you if you're looking for sort of clues or signs of like passed on loved ones as well. Often hummingbird is associated with that, but they're quick, right? And they're noisy little things, so you'll hear them humming sometimes before you even see them. As well as for some of you, you may want to put out a hummingbird feeder. So if this message triggers you, if you feel it somewhere inside, how did it trigger you? Why did it trigger you? What was the message that it was trying to bring to you? And how can you use this information in your day-to-day world to create positive change for yourself? So, dearest you, we bet you must be so exhausted some days. Giving as much as you do, sharing your energy so beautifully in service to the highest good, can leave you feeling depleted, like an empty well. If it feels as though there's no more water for you, the good news is we have a plan. Today, go take a relaxing bath, book a massage, read a novel, buy yourself flowers, or plant something in your garden. Make time for self-care, not more work on yourself. By tending to yourself now, you are reminded to do so more often, and be sure to use a word that might have caused you anxiety in the past, but is essential for your well-being now. No. Say it with us. No, thank you. No, I can't. You don't have to explain, just gently but firmly say no, then go for a soak. Life will wait for you to bring yourself back to center, replenished and ready for more adventure. We love you so very much. So this particular one is important as well, because sometimes we give so much of ourselves, especially in the summer. We're busy people, right? So if you're feeling a little bit depleted, take some time for you. And if you have to say no to commitments, get-togethers, gatherings, if you need to say no to these things, follow your heart and your intuition. Don't push yourself so much that you're not really enjoying what you're in. We want to be present in each moment. So if we're going to all of these different events, or if we're constantly running ourselves ragged, we're not enjoying the things that are going on if we're thinking we'd rather be in bed. So take time for you. The top of the deck as well is asking me to show you guys, it's a dragonfly. So I'm going to read that as well. It was really strongly guided. So it says, dearest you, there are times when loss is a part of life. Sometimes a loss is a welcome, like when you leave a situation not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimension. Regardless of the nature of the loss or your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you express or repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break wide open. Feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learned, and how that was you, and how that as you let go of what has passed, ever more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. We are loving you, sending you love always and forever. And this is important as well with this card. If we're doing things for other people, sometimes we just need to take time for ourselves. And a lot of times what I'm feeling is when we're doing something for everybody else, we lose us. We lose a part of us. Anybody who's had children as well, you may know that there's times where we spend so much time caring for our babies that we forget the kinds of things that we need to do to take care of ourselves. So this is also important too. If you're going through loss, if you're grieving, feel it. If you can't go out and do other things because you just feel like you need to spend some time in your grief, that's okay. That's perfectly understandable and encouraged as well. So, one thing I'm hearing already is tears are necessary to cleanse. So, if you need to have a good cry, have a good cry. That is self-care too, rather than feeling it welling up inside and kind of feeling it laying underneath the surface or latent. Have a bath, watch a movie that, you know, sometimes they're chick flicks, sometimes they're something that just has a really good feel good vibe. But whatever it is, do something that is going to help you release any of that pent up anger. Aggression is what I heard as well. If there's any hostilities, as well as if there's sadness in your heart, some of this may also be the self care is talking to people about it as well. But if you are feeling exhausted and if you are feeling like you know you are going through something right now, or if you have lost something, again, this can be lots of things. Could be a job, a relationship, a past loved one, a piece of yourself. Whatever it is, allow yourself to acknowledge that loss, because accepting that stuff head on really is going to say, okay, you know what, if I can see the lessons that were learned, the beauty that's come from the situation, the damage that was caused, but the strength of character that it built in me, all of these different things, we're coming out new, and that really is self-care. That's self-love as well, and in this case it says love heals all. Remember, this is not just you pouring your love and affection and your heart out into everyone, it's also giving it back to yourself. So that's the message I have from those cards. I'm going to bring you a little bit as well here before I get into tarot from the Healing with the Angels Oracle on what the angels would like you to know. And the one that came out is self-acceptance. You guys, you're beautiful just the way you are. And during Leo season, I feel like this is the point to say, you know what, I love every part of me. I accept every part of me. And you may want to say this in the mirror, right? Like, I am beautiful, I am kind, I am loving, I am worthy of love as well. And something I keep hearing is tame your mane, right? For some of us, if any of you guys still have COVID hair, right, they may be getting a haircut. It may also be, growing your hair out, doing your hair in different ways, but that may be important too. And I'm really drawn to her hair. For some of you, you may have great hair. Flaunt that, accept that. Let's see what else we have here, please. I feel like this is also accepting your feelings, right? Accepting yourself too when you know that you've been overworked or you've been overextended. Accepting your right to take a break. So we also have divine guidance here. And I feel like this is listening to those little spirit nudges, listening to, when you ask or when you speak to spirit, when you pray, if you hear an answer, trust it, and I feel like with this self-acceptance as well, this is asking you to trust your own intuition, to trust your ability to follow the path that is right for you, and at the bottom is healing. So if there's situations that have caused you grief, if there's situations where you are working through right now, this is take a deep breath, honestly, is what I heard. Take a deep breath. Know that you are kind, you are loving, and if you feel like at times those qualities don't resonate with you, it doesn't mean that you can't change. And sometimes too, when we exude unkind behaviors out into the world, because if we think about the lion, right, for Leo, they are both majestic and beautiful and powerful, but the lion can also roar, right? And there's lots of reasons that lion might roar. For some of you, it may be time to roar. Let your speech out. Say what you need to say in a powerful way. For some of you, it may need to be times where you look at things that you have said, look at your roar, right? Times where we may have roared and we feel like, you know what, there was a lesson to be learned here, or if we're going through struggle and we're learning the lessons, that's all part of healing. And underneath that was power. So as you heal, as you accept places where you gave away your power, or where you felt powerless, or maybe if there's been power imbalances and it's been you kind of using power in a negative way or anything like that, the more we recognize this, the easier it is to heal this. And this is all for our own personal power and well-being too, to say, I'm a powerful being and I'm allowed to be powerful. So much in our culture and our society, people think that having power is bad, it's a negative aspect. But the thing is, having personal power and personal strength, that's not bad. That's actually really needed and required to make sure that you don't get walked all over in this world. So it's admirable to have strength within yourself and strength within your convictions to say, you know what, I know what's right for me, I know what's best for me, I can accept myself and my own needs as well. And you also have body care that was under there for some of you, like tame your mane. But this is also enjoy your majesty, enjoy your beauty, flaunt it if you got it, right? And if you don't feel you got it, flaunt it anyway, because you're beautiful. Okay, inside and out, not just on the body thing. But this is also for some of us, if you've had body image issues, it's time to accept yourself. You're created perfect as you are meant to be. And if you are in, I heard like weight loss transition or anything like that, remember that you're perfect and you're whole every step of your journey. So if you feel like you need to lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 100 pounds, it doesn't make you any less worthy at any of those increments. So one of the things that I feel would be helpful is just to remember that you are loved and you're worthy as you are, and that not to get too hung up on how your body looks. It's how you feel inside. Okay, so that's the message that I have there. We're going to move into a little bit of tarot right now, and I was really drawn to bring this little heart. I don't know what it is, but I love it. And it's kind of like twofold here. I feel like self-love is accepting the light and the dark within balance. And this is really important right now, right? Especially since we're getting self-acceptance, body care, and things like that. That sometimes when we're the ones telling negative, if we're continuously giving ourselves negative self-talk and negative feedback, our body hears that too. So we want to work on positive affirmations and positive self-image. So I'm going to bring the shadowscape in, guys, now a little bit. For all my subscribers, guys, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. You guys mean the world to me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for watching this far. And if you feel like it's resonated, please feel free and subscribe. Join the journey with me. Be wonderful to have you along this ride. So we had one card that fell to the floor first was Hangman. So a decision being made. And then one other one I got here that fell out was a Six of Swords in the reverse. And I feel like this is needing to make a decision to move past something that's had you stuck mentally. Usually the Six of Swords, you see a lot of times a vessel, such as a boat, sailing off, calmer waters. I feel like this being in the reverse, there's blockages. So with this decision as well, you can see here, I believe it's called the Ankh. So Egyptian symbology with the key of life here. And I feel like this is also saying, you're going to be making a decision on how you nurture your life. The steps that you take now is going to have a major impact on how you experience your life, how you work towards your goals. There's this card as well. He's hanging upside down, swinging in a tree. To me, this is very childlike as well. I'm sure all of us, or most of us, have hung upside down in a tree as a child. We've watched our own children do it. It's freeing. And I feel like whatever decisions you're making through, come at them with the love for life and a zest for life and the childlike wonder, because there's fairies as well all around here. There's a lot of different spirit guides as well. So we did get divine guidance. Some of you may have a lot of spirit around you guiding you, and you feel like this is important to listen to your own intuition. I'm going to clarify this Six of Swords. So Six of Swords, please. Can you tell me, why is it in the reverse? You get the Hermit in the reverse. So for some of you, I also see the Six of Wands, and when I opened it, here's the Tower. So to get victory, I'm going to take those two cards as well. To get victory in your situations, whatever decision you're making, I feel like it's going to cause some change, right? It's going to cause a shakeup in your life. That doesn't have to be bad, though. Many of us fear change, right? This is why we have trouble moving past things and maybe get stuck in our mental body or mental space. So with the Hermit here, it was in reverse. That first card we pulled talked about saying no. No, I can't do that. No, I'm going to go home and take a bath. I'm going to take a nap. I can't do more for you than I can for me at this particular time. I feel like this particular thing here is saying, you know what, with the Hermit in reverse, maybe it could be the opposite true, that you have spent too much time on your own and not enough time with others. But this I also feel is saying, no, you need to contemplate the movements that are right for you. If you are experiencing grief as well, or healing trauma, a lot of times we need that time on our own. We need to be on our own because we feel like interacting with other people is going to be difficult, right? I feel like with this Hermit in the reverse and the Six of Swords in the reverse, I feel like it's up to you. You have to make the choice to want to move forward. Whatever it is that you've held on to, whatever grief or trauma that it is that's had you stuck stagnant, I feel like, in order for change to come and in order for victory in this situation and to experience celebration as well, there's heart chakra, if you can see this green too, you have to make up your mind first to want to do that. So I feel like wanting to tell you there's no rush to, however, encounter and accept change as it comes, because that's one of the things about being present in this world, is that when we go through changes, we meet them in the present. We're not holding on to a feeling from the past. We're not holding on to hurts from the past. We're not creating imaginary situations, as well as one of the things I have heard with this Six of Swords. And this Six of Swords, if we put it upright, they're sailing away from the darkness. The swords are all on the ground, but she's riding her swan into safety. And I feel like this is really important, that it's going to take you and your choices and your active choices to move through this energy, to cross through this portal, to use whatever internal knowledge that you have at this point that you've gathered throughout your life, to make the changes in your world that are meant for you, that are going to bring this victory. We have the Seven of Cups on the reverse, or sorry, it was on the reverse, but could be the way I'm holding it. So I'm just going to put it like this and straight up, because the Seven of Cups is about choices. It's also about changes for me, because they're on this small little rock. Where are they going to go? There's castles around them. There's new worlds, new life here, up there. And she's pointing up here. He's looking at the map. I feel like this is also working together with other people, though. So, is there any other messages that you would have anyone watching know for the time of Leo? These two. We have the Two of Wands, which is another decision card. Choosing a direction. Justice. And the Ace of Wands. And they're asking me to show you the bottom, which is the King of Wands, which is Leo, which is a fire sign. So Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. In this case, I'm going to say, I feel like this embodying Leo energy over this whole time, to be passionate, to be driven, to be divine. And if you can see, there's all of these lion-esque things around there. And with the Ace of Wands as well, this is fire. I feel like if you felt stagnant, it's time to really harness this Tower energy, this change. Because if fire isn't kept and tamed, it can rage out of control. And half the time, when these shake-up moments happen, when these Tower moments happen, if we're not ready for them, or if we've been stalling, if we know there's something we've wanted to do, but we're pushing back and we're giving the resistance, change is not as nice. If you're willing to move with the flow and stay present in each moment, as you move through this, as you can see, I feel like with this Justice, what I hear is balance and transformation. There's a lot of butterflies around here, and she has the feather here, which also to me signals communication. That you may need to communicate with someone. If you feel like there's been injustice, it's time to communicate. Open up and speak your truth and have discussions with other people. If it has to do with feelings, so be it. Make the choice on how to do this. But I feel like it's important to remember that you get to choose how you move forward. So how do you want these conversations, these revelations, these discussions? How do you want them to go? How do you want balance to come in? What decisions you need to make? So this is to bring justice and to start something new, I feel as well. Okay, with the wands here, the Six of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Two of Wands, the King of Wands, very much fiery energy. They want me to show you as well underneath here was the Nine of Swords, and I'm going to show you the Knight of Cups, and one more, Chariot, movement, which is Cancer as well, and we've just come out of Cancer season. You could have Cancer in your chart, you could have a Cancer in your life, you could be just Cancer, but the thing is with that, I feel like it's about movement, and it's about, again, balance, because she is riding her horses on top of the water, and under here you can see all the turtles, the marine life, and up here is the air, and I feel like this is hopes and dreams, and moving towards hopes and dreams, moving towards something that brings your heart fire and fulfillment. And yes, that is riding a unicorn for any of you, and I was almost brought the unicorn cards in today, but I felt like this was the choice in the deck, and that's probably why. To remember as well that you are a rare mythical creature, my friend. Honor it. Accept that. With this Nine of Swords, if there's been things that have been scary or nightmarish or haunting or daunting, this is what this is about. Choosing to move forward rather than to stay stagnant. Because when you put your drive and your passion, if you move forward with integrity as well. And when I was pre-shuffling this, the Emperor came out twice, which could represent an Aries. It's the divine masculine, and it's also the divine masculine with ourselves and having authority over ourselves. I feel like this is saying, you know what, move forward in your passion with authority, burn bright, shine bright, beware of your own stuff as well, but make the decision to move forward with whatever change you want to make passionately and in a way that you feel is going to bring justice, as well as move you past anything that's stuck or stagnant in your mind, in your mental space. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that you have a really wonderful Leo season. That's, again, I feel like I normally don't say this, but I am being drawn to say it. Again, if you would like to subscribe, please do. If you feel like this resonated as well, give me a thumbs up or share it if you also feel drawn. One more card that came out too. We have Death and the High Priestess in reverse. This is a really important time about transformation. And with this in the reverse, I feel like pay attention to your intuition and your spirit nudges and the guidance you get, because if the Ace of Cups as well when I shuffled it. So this is the Phoenix. This is not about death as in we are done, but that death allows us to rise up and change. It's about transformation and also about accepting your own inner god or goddess. I feel like that you are connected, and this may be, you know what, a death of ego, that as we start to move and pull and peel away layers of things that are no longer us, we're going to start being more connected to our divinity, as well as for some of you, the owl may be really important. I just want to show you this Ace of Cups though. This could be for yourself. This could be a new relationship. This could be a new love for life, a new way of thinking about the world, and a way of coming with an open heart. But this one is particularly beautiful. There are fairies and fae all around, and these beautiful fish, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think this is important too, that whatever this new start is for you with the Ace of Wands, it's also going to fulfill your heart. It's the 10 here. So it's the Ace of Cups, but also the 10 of Cups to me. So happiness and success and fulfillment and joy, they're all at the tip of your fingers. It's just your choice to hit go. That's exactly now what I have, my friends. I love you all. I'll talk to you later. Bye now.